Don't really know why I've decided to film on the sofa today. Seemed like a really good idea when I was prepping it, and now I'm sat here like, this is wrong. Although actually it does kind of make sense because this is a favourites video and my forever favourite is lying horizontally on the couch. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Yes, this is an illustration of Louis Theroux behind me. I've got a coffee in a Stranger Things mug. I'm guessing you've probably already figured this out by now, but this is basically a favourites video in disguise. When it comes to like fashion and beauty YouTube, which I've somehow fallen and belly flopped face first into, there's so much emphasis all the time on continually, constantly buying new things all the time, that I feel like the joy of really loving something that you've bought or treated yourself to or bought someone else is kind of gone now, because all the videos are always just haul again, more hauls, haul. And I think it's very rare that videos actually focus on really loving things rather than like instantly seeing it, deciding you want it, buying it, wearing it once, chucking it away. I want to show you the stuff that I have been using over and over that was a really good, I want to say investment. None of these things are investments. We're going to have a chat about loads of really good things basically, and I hope you enjoy it. So if you do, please do give this video a little thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are new. And I'm just going to quickly neck this coffee and then we'll get on with it. Right, what should we start with? Actually, I suppose I should probably start with these pajamas because these are literally the reason that I decided to film this video. I spotted this little set on ASOS and as soon as I saw it, it went straight into my basket and it was on the way to me because they're pretty much just my perfect PJs. Anything navy blue with stars on, I'm a total sucker for. So that's like the first bonus point. They are the most comfy pajamas I think I've ever worn. And I just think they're freaking awesome and adorable. Oversized short sleeve t-shirt, which is nice and baggy, super comfortable. And then the trousers, I'll have to do a little try on clip, won't I? But basically the trousers, super wide leg shape. I have not got the leg strength for this. They've got loads of fabric to them. They're super comfortable. They're not too warm, but they're also like nice snuggly PJs. But yeah, can't get enough of these. I predict I will probably be living in them through most of the winter because I work from home. And although that does leave you cripplingly alone, cabin fever sets in, you wonder if you'll ever see another member of the human race ever again, at least you get to wear pajamas most days of your life. So swings and roundabouts. Right, I'm gonna put my coffee down for this one so that I can talk about these, because if there's one thing that you should take away from this video, it is these. These tiny humble circles might not look like very much, but these are a game changer. In the video of everything I bought at Boots recently, I mentioned that I picked up some cotton wool, but I was on the lookout for something more sustainable as like an alternative to the cotton wool that I buy over and over, chuck away, probably does terrible things to the fish and the mammals of the environment. But as you guys very helpfully educated me with, turns out you can buy reusable cotton pads. Who knew these were a thing? And basically you get sent a whole load of them. I think maybe like 16, 20 of them, so quite a good amount. I stupidly did not plan this ahead and most of mine have been used and are now in the bag ready to go in the washing machine. But this is the last clean one, so here it is in all its glory. It is like super soft cotton, I guess. And then once you use them up, you put them in the little delicates bag that comes with them. You whack them straight in the washing machine with like a normal load of washing, and they're good to go again as soon as they're dry. Honestly, these have blown my mind. I am really happy with them. A, because it's like a good thing for the environment to be chucking out less cotton wool into the world, but also the fact that I then don't have to buy cotton wool all the time. Cotton wool's expensive if you're thinking about trying to make your like beauty routines a little bit more sustainable. So yeah, can't get enough of these. Big thumbs up. Thanks for all your recommendations, everybody. Onto my speciality of the world. These are my current favourite jeans. I always just turn straight to ASOS whenever I need a new pair of jeans. I think they're pretty much one of the best when it comes to catering for like body shapes, body sizes. They've got a little meat on the old bones, a little bit of thigh meat. These are mom style jeans. Oh, I've still got the belt on. The belt doesn't come with them, so just ignore that. These are the mom style of jeans that I tend to wear on any other day that I'm not just wearing black skinny jeans. It's kind of like that retro 80s, 90s kind of vibe of jeans. Super high-waisted, comes like right up over your stomach, basically. I like a pair of jeans that pretty much touches you in the armpits and that really kind of holds you in, and these do the job very nicely. A lot of the time when it comes to jeans, it will fit me kind of like around the bum, kind of be too big on the waist but then too small on the thighs, and it's all just one big mess. But these are actually really nice and roomy across the thighs, which is nice, and it almost kind of feels a little bit baggy, which is rare in a pair of jeans for me. They come with a little rolled up ankle, which I think is a really cute detail. I love the wash of them. And something else that really surprised me about these as well is that rather than being that like super flimsy, almost like a leggings kind of material, which I've got zero time for when it comes to jeans, these are proper thick, sturdy denim, which is really weirdly hard to find these days. These are super thick, rigid, proper denim. So these are the ASOS Design Recycled Ritson Rigid Mom Jeans, kind of a mouthful. And as you can see, I just pair them with my little circle belt and then your outfit's pretty much sorted. Anyway, these are A+ grade jeans. A couple of little makeup bits, nothing too fancy, but I feel like once you find a face makeup product that you like, it's important to share that with the world because there are so many bad ones out there. Two things which featured in my boots video. I promised I would let you know how I was getting on with them because loads of you were intrigued by them, and I think it's important that I tell you that and I'll let you know because, like I said earlier, so many sort of like haul videos, it's just like product after product after product, and then you never see them again and you never hear how anyone got on with them, you never hear whether they were worth your money, and that kind of sucks. So I wanted to let you know that these are both doing the most for my face right now. So these are the ELF booster drops, which are just kind of like a little pipette of clear, almost like a serum, I guess you'd call it. I couldn't tell you what's in them. Some kind of hydrating magic, which feels really nice and refreshing on your face in the morning. Do a few drops all over your face, rub it into your skin before you apply your foundation, or apparently you can mix it into your foundation as well. I've definitely noticed a difference in how nicely my foundations have been applying, and these are actually really affordable too. I've definitely used primer kind of products like this before that haven't really done anywhere near as much as these do, and they've been a lot more expensive. My new fave is the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. It's basically the short title. There's a very long version that I can't be bothered to say. I bought this in the shade Light, and it is maybe like 20% too dark for me, but I've just been whacking a load of pale concealer on the top and hoping for the best, really. So if you are thinking about going for this, err on the side of going paler than you think you might be. Second warning is that it is a little bit more full coverage than I was expecting. I don't know why, in my head, like CC cream is basically like a tinted moisturiser. Not at all. This is like foundation level coverage, which I wasn't really expecting, but I'm not mad at because it's really nice. And my third warning is something that someone left in a comment on a video, so I am not entirely 100% sure how true this is, but you might want to do your research because this does say that it's cruelty free, but someone in the comments said that it uses snail secretion. Nice. And I don't know how animal testing cruelty free that is. You're whacking a load of snails around to make them secrete stuff. I don't know about that. But apart from my fair 3 Macbeth style warnings there, this is a really, really lovely product. It gives you coverage without covering your skin up. It still kind of like lets your skin show through in a nice kind of way and just kind of like perfects it a little bit. It's really hydrating for dry winter skin, which is my absolute curse. And the thing that I love about it is that I'm starting to get those fine lines these days. I'm starting to feel the wrinkle appear, and this doesn't settle into fine lines. I saw a post yesterday, this is totally irrelevant but I'm going to tell you anyway, and it was a picture of one of the like super old little pocket digital cameras that me and my friends all used to use when we were teenagers, and it said like, if you used to take one of these on a night out, then it's time for you to start using a night cream. And that hit me in the feels. Next, I've got a jumper that I just think is maybe the cutest thing that's ever happened to me. Sorry, Adam. The jumper in question is this pale pink little floof of joy that you might have seen in a few of my Instagram posts if you follow me on Instagram. If you don't, it's at Lucy Jane Wood. You know what to do. But it is this really thick, chunky knit that is so soft. It feels like you're literally hugging a cloud. And then all over, it's got these like tiny little bobbles in heart shapes. But I just think this is the most adorable piece of clothing that I've ever owned. It is so snuggly, so warm, so generally delightful. It makes you think of sugar plum fairies. And this was actually from Pretty Little Thing, but I couldn't find it on their website. I bought it through ASOS. So it turns out that Pretty Little Thing isn't just generally insane outfits, which we all witnessed We all witnessed that. And just as an extra like mum note, which makes me sound like such a mum, I've actually washed this a few times now and it's washed really well. Sometimes these like big fluffy jumpers don't coat very well in the washing machine, do they? But this did. Next, I've got a body moisturiser, and I know that 99.9% of the time I am all about the cheap, affordable things in life, and I really dislike when beauty gurus on the internet try and convince me, and usually succeed, in making me think that I need to spend loads of money on things like a foot cream, when actually there are loads of like £2-3 options out there that do the job very well. But somehow recently I got suckered into buying this. It's by a brand called Sol de Janeiro, and it is a fast absorbing body cream that apparently helps tighten and smooth like no other. I'd say it's just like a nice moisturising body cream. It's called their Brazilian Bum Bum Cream, which is a hilarious name. It comes in this little yellow tub, which is also very cute. This stuff is not cheap. And when I did buy this, I questioned all my life decisions, but I actually think that I might be addicted to the smell of this. I actually think that I might need some help with the smell of this product. It makes me look forward to the bit where you have to get out of the shower and it's freezing cold, just so that I can apply this to myself. What have you done to me? It just smells like a creamy, tropical, Solero, vanilla sundae explosion. So yeah, I will fully acknowledge the fact that this stuff is not cheap. It is probably a waste of money, really. But Christmas is around the corner. If you like little indulgent gifts that you sort of think are a little bit unnecessary, but sometimes you just want to live a bit like a princess and treat yourself to things that you can't really afford, I recommend this. Some skincare, which doubles as a musical instrument. These tiny little space pods are actually from Elizabeth Arden. They are their Retinol Ceramide Capsules. You're asking the wrong person what that means. Basically, from my understanding, which is somewhat limited and uneducated, retinol is the thing you need if you want to combat the signs of aging. And I don't necessarily want to entirely combat them. I'm all about aging gracefully. But if there are skincare products out there that can minimize the effects and still make me look vaguely youthful, then I'm all about that. But I also know that it's something that you have to be careful with because there's different strengths of it, I think, and if you whack it up to full blast straight away, your skin won't like that. What I liked about these is that they are retinol mixed with something else called ceramide, which I think, so retinol is basically like a big fireball blasting at your face, and then the ceramide is sort of like a little waterfall that's there just to kind of like ease the burn slightly. That makes it sound awful and terrible and dangerous. So I was kind of along the right lines. So retinol is a clinically proven wrinkle smoother, while the ceramides are like the moisturizing part to calm things down a little bit. Basically all the benefits of using a retinol without the like brutal harshness, dryness that you can get if you use it wrong. So it's basically retinol for dummies, and I'm all about that. Next in this series of items that have absolutely no chronology or logic to the way that I'm showing them, apparently, we've got a candle. Candles are another thing that I feel major guilt when I buy, because you might literally, like honestly, you might as well just hand over a £20 note and ask the cashier to set fire to it, because that is literally what you're doing. But I just can't help it. I just love nice, cozy, festive candles. And if that's my weakness as a human being, if that's my Achilles heel, then so be it. It's not gonna land me in prison, so it could be worse. This is the Yankee Candle Spiced White Cocoa fragrance. And it smells as good as it sounds. Spiced white cocoa sounds like something I would order from Costa. So if my house is gonna smell like that, that's fine with me. It's sort of quite like a warm, cozy, comforting kind of smell. It's almost got kind of like a firesidey, a little note of like burnt stuff to them, like a toasted kind of smell. It's got that toasted mixed with white cocoa, like a butterscotchy kind of smell. It's so delicious. And it basically just makes me want to dive headfirst into a nice tall glass of warm white chocolate topped with whipped cream with a little bit of toasted burnt stuff on the top. Delicious. A couple of things left that I'm just going to quickly whiz through. This is a jumper that I picked up from Primark, which you have probably seen me wear all over the place. This is my Gryffindor jumper. I bought this from Primark maybe last month, I think. The Harry Potter section is really, really good in Primark at the moment. Definitely my favourite thing that I've ever bought from, actually maybe any I was going to say just the Primark Harry Potter stuff, but maybe any Harry Potter merch. I love this jumper. I like stuff that makes me genuinely look like a wizard because I've got problems. So I love the fact that this is like an authentic kind of Hogwarts jumper. I sound like a crazy person. It reminds me a lot of the jumpers that they wear when they play Quidditch. I think maybe in like the 5th or the 6th film. In fact, I think it's the 6th film when Cormac McLagan's around. So I got a medium, which is a 12 to 14, and it's the perfect fit for me. I'm gonna hopefully go back and pick up another one of these because I know that I'm just gonna burn straight through this. I'm gonna wear it so much. Speaking of Harry Potter, that was a good little link there. This is a book that I got sent kind of randomly recently, but I was really excited to read it and I absolutely loved it. So it is by a girl called Jessie Cave, who is an actress and a writer and a comedian, and she also played Lavender Brown in the Harry Potter movies. It's only a tiny little book, as you can see, and I would sort of say that it's kind of like, it's almost like one step up from a zine. Like, she's written and then illustrated all of it as well, and she's kind of like a cartoonist illustrator as well as being like a comedy writer. This is such a wonderfully lovely and relatable book. She talks about all kinds of things that we've all been through, like breakups, getting back onto dating. It's just so relatable. It made me laugh out loud a couple of times, but it's also very, very touching as well. I really recommend it, and I think it would also make like a really nice little stocking filler present as well if you've got any like close girlfriends that you want to just buy a little something for, or maybe anyone who's going through a breakup right now. This would be a really nice little present for them. But honestly, it's super funny, super lovely. I don't know if I even said what this is called. It's called Sunrise, a play by Jessie Cave, except it's not a play, it's just a funny little great book. That's all. So we've watched a couple of really good things recently, and I know people are always on the lookout for good stuff to binge watch. So my first recommendation is The Sinner, which is on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, then start with the first season. It's starring Jessica Biel. The premise of that one is that a woman randomly kills someone when she's on a day out with her family, and there's seemingly no motivation, no reason for it. It's totally like a spontaneous kill. Second season's just come out, and it is so good. Second season is all about a little boy, I think he's 13, called Julian, and he randomly kills as well. And it's the same kind of like development of why he killed them. The story of this one is brilliant. All about like cult related stuff. And I find that so interesting. I love watching videos and documentaries about cult stuff, like the Manson family and that kind of thing. I find it so interesting. Don't know what that says about me. This is super old school, but we've also been watching The Sopranos. I've never seen it before, but we are on season 3 now, I think. Really funny, amazing storylines, amazing character development. The actors in it are fantastic. And I know that it always like tops all the lists of like best TV shows ever made and stuff, and I can fully see why. It is one of the best things I've ever watched. Love it. And another thing about it is that it makes me want to talk like a New York broad all the time. Tony. And the third thing, weirdly enough, we've had The Sinner, The Sopranos. Number 3 is Sabrina. Sabrina is The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, the new Netflix series, which came out around Halloween, I think. And it is the new version of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which original Sabrina the Teenage Witch was one of my favourite shows of all time. I have all 7 seasons on a laptop. I've seen the episodes so many times that I basically know them off by heart, which is kind of embarrassing when it's a 90s Nickelodeon kids show. So I wasn't really sure how I felt about them remaking it. There's something quite sort of like heartbreaking about your old childhood faves being remade. The day they remake the Harry Potter movies, I'm gonna have some problems. Anyway, so I was a little bit skeptical about it, but I really like the main girl who's in it, Kiernan Shipka, I think her name is, who plays Sabrina. She's in Mad Men, and I really like her. I think she's a good actress. Parts of it are actually a little bit scary. Stuff about the occult is always a little bit spooky, isn't it? It is completely different from old school Sabrina. I don't even really know. Obviously it's the same kind of like inspiration from the comic book, but there is just no connection there whatsoever. It is a totally different show. Randomly enough, the other thing that I've been really enjoying recently is playing video games. I don't really know how this happened. Basically, at Summer in the City, I got given a copy of Kingdom Hearts, which is the Disney Final Fantasy crossover game. Got really into Kingdom Hearts, have really enjoyed the first and the second one, and I'm looking forward to the new one. Then after that we got Crash Bandicoot, which I really enjoyed. And then this week we've also downloaded the Spyro Reignited game, which is literally just the old Spyro games like remade for the current PlayStation setup. I've been really enjoying that too, so somehow I've ended up really enjoying video games. Apparently I'm 14 again. But I actually really like playing them, because I was saying to Adam the other day, like when I am in like an anxious frame of mind and all I can think about is work and money and like the horrible pressures of life, even like watching a film or reading a book, you find that your mind wanders and you start thinking about all the horrible things again. But when you're playing a game, you literally can't stop focusing on it. So I've actually really enjoyed it as like a proper like hour of real escapism every now and again. So if you find that you're not like, you can't switch off from work or stress or whatever, I really recommend trying a bit of gaming. And last but not least, you might be expecting Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them to be in this favourites video. No, I didn't really get it. I don't think I'm a fan of Fantastic Beasts. I really wish that J.K. Rowling had written the books first so that I could get more invested into it. I just realised that I don't really care about 90% of the characters. I like Newt, and I love the magical creatures, but there's not enough magic in it for me. There's no real sort of like magic to it. It's all a bit miserable and sort of, there's no like real comforting, you know, like welcoming wizarding world there. I like the Dumbledore parts. I did actually think Jude Law was really good. Literally before the film started, me and Adam were sat in the cinema seats and I was saying, I don't know why they cast Jude Law. I think he's such a crap choice. I don't get it. I would have cast absolutely gobbing off about it. But he was actually the redeeming quality of the film. I really liked him. Although, I put this in a tweet the other day. Very weird to me that they dressed him in a three-piece grey suit. By the time he gets to like 100 years old, he's decided that he's going to wear like rich purple embellished robes with a floor-length beard and a tiny matching hat. Like, it's just like, I don't understand why they've taken all the magic out of the Fantastic Beasts movies. I don't understand. And then obviously there is a whole lot of issues involved as well with like the diversity aspects and like shoving diversity in just for diversity's sake. Like, there is just a lot of things with it. I say all this, I will inevitably go and see the next 3 movies in the cinema on the first showing possible because I just can't help it. But yeah, it wasn't the film that I wanted it to be. Anyway, I have been filming for so long. I need to get ready and go and meet my friend in town. Wow, I'm still in my pajamas. I need to get a move on. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I actually really enjoyed sitting down and just chatting like this. I'm doing that thing again at the moment where I really overthink all my videos. And because there's this like fast fashion chat going around at the moment, it is making me second guess everything that I'm doing because I'm getting a lot of feedback regarding fast fashion. Sorry, the cat's just arrived. So this was a good way for me to still create something and just sit and have a chat. And I really enjoyed that. So thanks for sticking around. It's probably quite a long one. Sorry about that. As always, I can't wait to hear what you guys think. Let me know if you've been enjoying any of the same stuff that I have, if you're going to check any of it out for yourself. If you did enjoy this video, then please do give it a little thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are new. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, both at Lucy Jane Wood, and I will see you guys very soon with another video. Bye!